right, good evening, everyone. This is, oops, okay. Let's clear that, perfect. So, how are you doing this evening, Red Cross?
Hello?
We are here with Delenn, and I'm playing around with a mob farm. So the usual one that we were working on from before. You can see I've built some of the layers below, and we've got a few more layers to do above. And I'm hoping, cross my fingers, that we can actually get some of this done, if not all of it, done this stream. Somewhere around here there is one or two blocks that I did not get lit up, and so every once in a while we see a mob or two show up down there, and I don't know where they're coming from. But I don't think they're coming off of our upper platform. It's possible, but unlikely. You spent your time pranking people. Oh boy. That's a bit of a frightening thing to come into. Yep, hi, how you doing? I've been pranking people. I'm assuming that you've been doing safe pranks that would not super annoy people, just kind of cute things. I'm pretending that's what it is anyways. What sort of things have you been up to? You said pranking, but what sorts of pranks are we talking here? I guess maybe another question was, did they find it funny? Oh, yes. Nameless is a server that has a little bit of a higher tolerance for that. I see. Ads, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, hopefully ads will be over soon. You may be hoping for death. I'm hoping for not death. Back? Okay. Sorry about that. Hopefully the ads were appropriate. As you can understand, I don't watch ads. I pay for Turbo, so there are very few people I get ads from. Actually, I don't think I get ads from anybody anymore. One of the best purchases I ever made. I still subscribe to the ones that I really want to be subscribed to, but for everybody else, Turbo does the trick because it has a side effect of the fact that I don't have to worry quite so much about my VODs disappearing instantly. But yeah, in any case, you said you were doing pranks. What sorts of pranks were you pulling this time? Was it over the course of the Easter weekend or longer than that? You may be hoping that I will die to mobs today. My goal is not to, so we'll see if we can do it. Harmless. Hee. Harmless. Okay. It's ones that aren't too bad to clean up if the receiver isn't on the same page you are. That works. No, I can understand not the non-destructive variety, because yeah, that never makes anybody happy. ICANN has audio. Oh. I see. Hello. Insistent and ruthless. Oh, that sounds scary. Okay, let's see, what do we want? This one. I'm playing around a little bit with the... what's the word? I can't remember at the moment. Oh, the chat highlights with who's highlighted for what sorts of bubbles. But, there we go. Okay. Should be... Oops, if I actually hit close to get back to regular chat, that could help. There we go. Okay, well then, sounds like you were doing pranks, plural. So what would you say was your favorite one that you pulled this weekend? Or this past week? What would you say is your favorite one you pulled? Might need some... Tis Tom's water elevator said it goes... Oh! Well, that's a pretty safe thing. Funny, actually. Didn't I... Oh, right, I put it the other, okay. Yoink. You didn't see that. Guess what? That's my fortune pick. Well, it's an interesting way to start stream. Hee hee hee. Thank you very much for seeing nothing. I know nothing. I'm from Barcelona, yeah. Sorry, I'm not from Barcelona. I'm from Canada. This is why I build spares. And thankfully, I'm at my base. I mean, who hasn't done that, right? Like, who hasn't done that a million times? Oh, but of course it has to be nighttime. Convenient. Down this side. Then technically the sky won't see me. Technically. Probably will, but... Okay, is there anything else I need while I'm up here? Don't think so. Oh, am I actually running low on... Actually running low on slabs. How does that happen? Like, that never happens. Okay, well. Let's check the other ender chest. I know I'm being a bit of a chicken, I just don't really want to waste the time on mobs right now. Okay, so if that's not the case, where did I put... Spare box for Fox. I usually have an extra of the various different things laying around, and I don't, so I just guess I'm gonna have to go steal the workstation. Sorry, dude. I guess I should probably sleep while I'm here. That would make sense, right? I don't have a bed. Fantastic. Okay, let's just kick you out of bed then. Sorry, bud. You love me anyway. I never claimed to be a Minecraft whiz. I do derpy things as much or as more, or as much or more than the next guy or gal. Yeah, I have a few, so I can make a few more slab sets. 2, 3. That ought to be fine. Hello. Yes, you can have these. I will have extras later, that's fine. No, I don't feel like trading with you, sir. Not in the mood at the moment. Okay, let's put this. Trade it with that one. Silk touch. Okay, we're good. That's what I should have done in the first place. Alright. Now we can go back down the hole. At some point I'll fill up some of the holes that I've built. I've plugged the top of the old location for the mob farm edge. There we go. So you can see we've got a few levels, and it's not that much more till we can meet up in the middle. That is where this belongs. All right. Let's go back up. Are you serious? There we go. I'm always curious then, Just, I guess the curiosity gets the better of me. What is it that that you like about this channel? I'm really glad to see you. No arguments there. But what is it that keeps you coming back here then? Because it sounds like you're in league with some of the people who actually know what they're doing on a regular basis. I didn't go get... Stupid. Sorry. I forgot torches. Why do I take those last few off? Practice, I guess. There we go. Much better. Alright. And yes, I know I could probably use scaffolding and just leave it. That would be maybe sensible while I'm here. Yeah. That would probably be a sensible thing to do. Come on. No. What? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really curious, right, Cross, what is it that keeps you coming back? Because I'm enjoying myself. I like having you here. You're fun to talk to. But I do wonder, because I definitely don't have a whole lot of the skills that you would expect from someone who knows what they're doing in Minecraft. So I see. Okay. So it's I'm playing on Dadcraft73's Java server at the moment, but I follow where you're going with that, so it makes sense. He's got 3 different servers. He's got a Java, a Bedrock, and a modded. And I can derp on all of them. I played Bedrock, not last season, but the season before. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I just wanted to be able to have a villager trading zone, I guess, that was not dependent on where I put my iron farm. I also wanted to be able to have an iron farm that was smaller than the ones from Bedrock, and so resulting effect, I went Java this season. For practical purposes, the limited amount of redstone I do, while the two do behave differently for Bedrock and Java, it's not something that's critical for the things I do in most cases. So yeah. Okay, so that was there, which means did I get... Oh, I didn't finish this one. Oh, wrong way. Come on. Can you please help me get it the right direction? No. Got orange now, because I haven't got the right way. Come on. This way. Oh. Much better. Okay. Oh, uppity. Can I reach more? Yes, I can. I'm not done with this one anyways, so actually let's do the signs first. It's kind of curious sometimes. I do like watching other members of the TV community as well. And one of my favorites is Maribel Jade and community. But I will say that it's kind of a treat to see what their community in turn gets up to. So for example, I'm not a fan of UHC, but once in a blue moon she's streamed it, that I actually had time to watch, and I like watching sort of like what her community gets up to. So it's kind of neat to see. And I mean, I've watched a few of the others as well. Occasionally like Slack, for example, and a few of the others there. Just to see what they get up to. Because everybody seems to have a different style of community. I find that really kind of intriguing. Oops. And these ones are going red. If you're not familiar with Lightmatica, these ones are going red because it wants me to put another slab there, but I would prefer the overhang of the water over top of the signs. So I'm switching it out on the fly, I guess you could say. This one. Thank you for the supported comment. Actually not doing too bad right now. The speed isn't too bad. This morning it was crazy slow. And it was just because we had a few people on doing AFK and so forth while they work. And the more people we have on, the pokier this particular server seems to get. So, unfortunately, that made for a bit of a drag on stream. I need to, at some point, trade for some Swift Sneak Pants, because I have a huge fear. Well, spiders are my #1 fear in Minecraft, because I don't like spiders in real life. And then in Minecraft, #2 is heights. Yes, heights. So I have my wings, but half the time I'm just such shock of falling off after I've fallen off something that you don't tend to see me actually remember to spread them out. That would explain why I didn't get as much glass back the last time. Because I broke it. Alright. Can't break that glass, okay. Not yet, anyways. Otherwise we'll have water coming down on our heads. And I can't remember what I was going to say. There was something else, and it just vanished. That's all right. So basically what you're seeing here with all these glowing stuff, as I said, I'm using Lightmatica, and I had completely forgotten after I had built this farm last season that I had used a schematic for it, and I forgot that I still had it, which was excellent at this point in time because it made things a little bit easier. What's this? I dropped one. I dropped one! Alright. Turn off easy place. No, set it off, please. Thank you. And I want those. I'm going to come back for more signs after anyways. Which 9 chances out of 10 I didn't bring the dirt for. Oh. Okay. This is going to be something different, actually. I have to pause and take the water out. In which case I do need the dirt. That's what I brought the dirt for. Is destruction of source blocks. I don't think I've got enough, but at least it'll get me started. And I have to go up. Where did I? Yep. Have yourself a great day. Thank you very much for dropping by, Red Cross. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, torches. Hopefully your dinner goes well and that it's something nice and tasty. Really, I had to do that. There, that'll work. I have to tear out this part. This whole thing. WHOLE. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Bad puns galore. And it is Tuesday. But it feels like a Monday. Two. It's this one? Yeah. Throw a torch out here. That'll get things going so I can see what I'm up to. Got a torch there, good. We're good. I might have closer to the number of blocks I needed, actually. Close. Kind of watching the numbers, because I don't particularly want mobs. Here we go. Okay, how close did we get to 0? I do not see any zeros. We are good. Got some 1s, which is iffy, but we're doing good. All right. And we're only a couple layers from the end. Fantastic. So I can jump down, or up, doesn't really matter, and take these down in good conscience. Mostly. Mostly. Okay, let's actually stick a torch. That'll do. Makes it easy to clean them up. There we go. Because most of this stuff I'll probably lose over the edge as I go. Cat? Why do I have a random cat? Seriously, that's a weird place to put the cat. So this is the other reason I do the silk touch, right? Because I wanted to clean up the edges here. Because I don't have to do it in a layer by layer thing, but it's more of a habit. I build them layer by layer, so I might as well take them down that same way. Okay, I'm apparently collecting cats. It's probably why I had so much string. Is because I probably had both cats and spiders showing up. As odd as that would be, sure, I'll take it. Okay. Start on this one. The reason I'm not super keen on losing some of the glass is because I had to spend time in the desert to collect the sand to make the glass. And it's not near here, so it's an excursion that's a little further away. I'm hoping to pick up as much as I can, just so that I can be able to build a drop chute afterwards. Or should I say move the existing drop chute? Hello, Catamacullet. Sorry, I don't want to push you off the edge. Move. You move, I don't have to. Push you off the edge, that is. Noisy, noisy Botter Oswin. Okay, so let's just take a quick look and see. What do we have here? You know what? I'm going to cancel and return points for the chicken egg thing. And in about 5 minutes or so, I'll start another one. It's probably my easiest solution. Yeah, okay. I'm not trying to be antisocial. I just couldn't think of anything at the moment other than a Geek Out. Category for Geek Out. 4 titles that take place in New England. Okay, so if we get that far, I am horrible. Like I mentioned, I have a weird feeling I've had this one. I am horrible at American geography. It's not that I don't exactly know where New England is, but I don't know it well enough to be able to connect book titles to it. And hey, if we got them on the American side of the pond, that's about as far as we're going to get. You don't often hear it called New England is part of it. Like, there's a lot of people that refer to the specific state. How much do I have hanging over? So there we'll catch. Can we actually catch on the corners? I don't think so. Certainly not. Okay. Which makes the difference between whether I collect from above or collect from below. Well, if you guys want to go over the edge, that's your problem, not mine. That's if they don't go splat first. I mean, there's the very classic riddle about what's the difference between a cat and a match? And the cat lights on its head and a match lights on its feet. Ow. And I don't light on anything, apparently. Gotta just drop down and drop some of the stuff in the inventory because I'm starting to have management issues. Inventory management issues. Okay. Too much glass for now. I can come pick it up after. Not enough signs, actually. Let's see. What does it take to do a row? Alright, I'm going to pick up these ones. So we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And another 7, and then that's 28. 32. 32 signs? Wow. Okay, that's just a few. Oh, right. I went out to... Oh, yeah, I did this wrong. Good grief. This design is a modified Nembon design. What I mean by that is I modified it, and then as you can see on the fly, I'm modifying again. That's really all I mean by that. The double modification reference. I'm going to need to get out of here. I really should remember to only pick these up as I could reach them, because otherwise they end up over the edge. While stone is in unlimited supply with a generator up top, it still is a pain to have to go and get. I've mentioned I get movie quotes in my head, and that actually reminded me of yet another one from Mrs. Santa Claus. The Jewish landlady. She wondered where her eggs went because one of the other little characters took them, and she goes, "Oh, now where are my eggs? And I have to go out and get." And no, the accent is neither intended nor done well. But just that's the line that got stuck in my head. I'm not trying to... Fine. You can go, Mr. Cat. Yep, young Nora took them. Because she was going to throw them at Officer Doyle out the window. Oh, Officer Doyle! Oh, Mrs. Lowenstein! Oh, there you are! And that's not Mrs. Lowenstein. It's, Nora Kilkenny. Oh, cripes! He's coming! Yeah. I watch Mrs. Santa Claus with Angela Lansbury far too often. Dang it! Far too often. Well, being as it takes place in New York, yes, the second story window. Being as if it was in the UK, it would be the first story. There I go. And we're almost at the top, so I really don't need all of this. I mean, if it despawns, it despawns. It's not really a bad thing. Out the second story window, rather literally, yes. The window, the second story window. If you don't know a nursery rhyme, we'll throw you out the window. That's, we use that. That's a separate piece from one of the campfire songs I use with Scouts. And the thing I was discussing with the leaders the other day is how many of the kids, and strangely enough the leaders, don't actually know nursery rhymes to use for that song. Which is kind of disappointing. What I mean by that is like classic nursery rhymes, like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, etc., are what you use for that song. You stop pushing me, cat? That we use for that song, but there's quite a lot of kids that don't know them because they don't get taught them anymore. I mean, I can kind of see why, because so many of those nursery rhymes are actually not politically correct in any stretch of the imagination. So yeah, I can totally understand why they wouldn't be taught them, but still, it's kind of disappointing. All right. Yes, going through here so I know when my laps are done. But it's kind of interesting because you get, like, there's a bunch of them that were purposely done as old satire, but because of what the old satire stood for, they're not appropriate anymore. Certain ones that refer to things, there's rumors about Ring Around the Rosie referring to cholera and the Black Plague and so on. Hey, Benson! Wow. Awkward timing. Welcome in. Something much cheerier. But anyways, just finishing up the thought real quick. So there's that, and there's other ones that refer to political figures doing things they really shouldn't and is very unbecoming. And yeah. So I can sort of see why some of those aren't. But there's other ones that were written specifically to be allegorical about things like the financial plight of the poor in England and so forth. And it's just funny when our kids love that song because of the whole chucking people and things out the window, and yet they just don't know the nursery rhymes for it anymore. So they're getting to the point where some of them memorize the verses in such a way that quite literally they think about them as verses of the song, and every once in a while we'll get a youth who gets their nose out of joint saying we sang it in the wrong order, not really understanding how the song is actually supposed to work. Hey Benson, how are you doing? Hopefully you had a good day. Yeah, welcome to discussions about plagues. Yay! Well, I mean, artistic look behind plague masks is pretty cool. I will admit I would have never originally thought of doing a corvid. And the people at one point thought wearing the corvid plague mask was supposed to protect you from plague, which I thought was even funnier. Because it certainly does not. And if anything, it's not even a gas mask by any stretch of the imagination. If you want an interesting history piece, which I shall not bore you with on stream today, take a look at some point at the history of the scuba tank. And particularly and its historical invention as a breathing apparatus for firefighting. I thought that was super duper cool. Invented by a person of color, but that's not the point. It's that they came up with an innovative idea that somebody else thought wouldn't work, and unfortunately had to test it trial by fire, so to speak, but it paid off. So I thought that was pretty neat. Because apparently, originally they used, I think, soaked sackcloth, because when the sackcloth was wet, the water would seal out the smoke, and also be a bit of a electrostatic absorbative for the smoke of a fire, so it works out fairly well. Oh, okay. Guess we're now into back and forth. Which means I can just about do this from underneath. Just about. Yes, hopefully you had a better day, Benson. A good day, I should say. I know you popped in this morning, and hope the rest of it went as well as it seemed to have been early on. It sounded like you were quite busy this past weekend, just with life in general, so I'm hoping you'll get a chance to take a load off and just chill for a little bit. I'm just trying not to fall off things, if you're catching me being a little bit less discussion. On the other hand, good news, Fantastic Sherlock Fox, someone who might actually know about American New England. Because I certainly don't. Coffee and Minecraft Day. Ooh. Yeah, I took a break from Minecraft this weekend, and instead of doing Minecraft, I played City Skylines. My city is still in trouble. I checked it after leaving it AFK on my laptop for most of the day, and made a mistake at one point because I had left it AFK overnight and most of the day, and I went to check on it, and we had some tax challenges I didn't realize were becoming tax challenges. I had enough of a loss going on that by the time I figured it out, the loss was in the millions, which is problematic for that game. Come on. Okay. I have no idea why my watch dinged at me. Whatever it is, it's important. Oh, okay. Something Fantastic Sherlock Fox can take care of. It's because he was in the loop on a request by my daughter to have some more permission time for YouTube that it came through because he's on my will come through list for, well, actually a bunch of them are on the will come through list just so that I can make sure if there's an emergency I can get hold of people. So yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can even take care of it, at least in terms of having a good reason to say no. Not happening. we started out not restricting either our kids' content or their, what's the word? Either their content or their length of time allowed on the device until somebody decided in their infinite youth wisdom that it was perfectly okay to be checking their YouTube at like 11 o'clock at night, which, as you can imagine, didn't fly with me. Or Fantastic Sherlock Fox for that matter. Therefore, the individual in question got politely corrected and didn't do it again. But it became something where they needed to get limited YouTube time because they were abusing it by basically doing not a whole lot else. Okay, this is convoluted, but I think it's time that I put together the section up top. Nope, I'm gonna lose these. And hopefully I won't knock myself off again. You can see that we're close to the top. We're almost through that main section. And one more. Oops, not that way, this way. Nope. Okay. As a temporary measure, let's do this. Okay. I'm going to need to rip this open, I think. So the original version of the timer for this one actually, faddle. The original version of the timer actually has twice as many repeaters. Does not have a comparator or a lever. Well, it has a lever, but not a comparator. It uses a torch instead. I don't have any problem with just using a comparator because it's just going to pick up on the thing and give the same level of interference. So that works out well. But I just need to get the other pieces from down below. Doo-dee-doo. And me organized? Never. Whoa. No, I don't want to be dropping all the way without control. It also occurred to me that I went and turned off the farm up top before I grabbed any water. Smart. Smart. Got one water, but it's not going to help. Okay. I'm going to need more signs. What was I doing up top? I needed the pieces I think I put in here. I think. Yeah. Those should have enough redstone up top, but you never know. Hey, Scrublord, how goes? Good to see you, my friend. No sound? That's fine. That's fine. Nope. Totally allowed any day and every day, and twice on Sundays. Or something. Is this gonna work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm just working on expanding the farm, and we're close. Close, but no cigar yet. Oops, wrong one. Wrong way. Pretty soon it'll actually be the same direction. I don't know whether or not Scrublord is still one of my closed caption testers. In the current install of OBS, I cannot recall whether or not I reinstalled the closed caption piece or not. It wasn't high on my list, so there may not be any closed captions. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. We can get those back in fairly soon. I keep forgetting the number of people I've got that are doing various different things that require them to have no sound makes it so that having captions is helpful. Wow. Just you two. Wow. Okay. Now I can see what I'm doing. Apparently not. Oh, extras. There we go. Need this one. Good, I did pick that up. And this one. And I'm doing it in slabs up top only for the purposes of, for lack of a better term, just clearances. Just my brain worked better with that, but whole thing would make more sense. 1, 2, 3. And then there'll be redstone. And the comparator will be right in front of me, so it's this way, this way. I'd be able to reach it though. You one can go this way. 1, 2, 3. Oh, whoops. 1, 2, 3. This 1, 3. I'm lengthening the circuit so the water stays on longer, but then that the flush, that the water stays off longer as well. If I could have one without the other, I would be happy, but it doesn't work that way. Do I have an empty spot? I do not. Okay, well, let's put 1, 2, 3. Oops, and I put 4 out there. Yeah. Let's not put the 4th one out there. I need that. So that will be redstone. Oops. And then, okay. 2, 3. Can I get... Nope, I can't. Okay. Let's see if I can go this way and that way. Ooh, I got 2 out of the 3. Not bad. Comparator, can you please go this way? I'll try it like that, but I don't know if that's going to work. Then I've got to get out of the way. Past this one. That'll... Oh, no. That'll give me a spot. Excellent. Yoink. This one. Fine. I can do it with dirt if I have to, but I don't want to. Let's take one of those. Pop those. This one on the end. Oh, no, not that end. Drop those. I'm always making things more complicated than I have to, right? This one. I do have dirt underneath me, so let's do this. Complicated keeps it interesting? I hope so. As long as it's not dead. Looks like it is. Yeah, we're close. We're close. You can see that I own 1, maybe 2 layers in between there. Now, hopefully those will line up, because if they don't, we have a problem, but I think they will. So I'm going to try and seal this in. One of the nice parts about FreeCam is that I can actually seal this stuff in and then check it out from the camera. That way I don't have to worry about extra torches for redstone updates. All right, 1 down. Now I just have to add 3 more repeaters down at this end and not get myself killed. So let's take out that 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 actually, more repeaters. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then over my head. Oh, of course I picked those up. Of course I picked those up. One of these days I'll get myself some sneaky pants, as I keep saying, but I'm just so not with it these days. Okay. Let's go this way. Didn't I? Thank you. Four, 5. Whoa, whoops. 5 and 6. Okay. And that. Really? Come on. Can I please have my redstone? Sounds like I just did. Okay. So we've got this one and this one. Now, can I reach the repeaters the right direction? Probably not. Nope. You need to go this. Nope, I don't. One, 2. Why are you being a pill? Seriously. Why for you do that? There we go. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This one. Wow, I've got a lot of dirt to set up for something so simple. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And the redstone. That's it. That's all she wrote. Okay. Oh no, not that. This one. All right. Try not to like dirt out from under myself as I get over the edge. There we go. I can certainly reach that from here, but that means the mobs are too close. I can reach it from the platform. From here, the mobs could actually try and get me. Okay, how far back can I get this? Reach? Get it from here? Not quite. Okay, so I need this one. Don't need those front two. I can barely reach it from there. Excellent. Yep, that'll do. All right. Geek Out. Geek Out. New topic is 4 Ernest Hemingway characters. We're really striking 0 today, aren't we? My goodness. Hi. Yeah, Hemingway characters. I can't even name you one Hemingway book. You know what? I'll spill this from underneath. Just drop these. Good. I can handle down. Hemingway characters, yeah. What do you figure? Streamer's prerogative? Okay. Let's go this way. That one? There we go. 6 daytime talk show hosts. Platforms, predictions. And a chicken prediction. Sure, we got them all. Why not? So for those of you that aren't familiar with the chicken prediction, this is the thing where we throw up to 5 eggs and we crack them open and see if we're going to get ourselves a chicken. Hello. I should hope grass is green. Actually, weirdly enough, you happen to come onto a stream where at least one of the viewers does not know that. And they're not dumb. It's that they are colorblind. So yeah, how's that for weird information? That's okay, you know. If one wants strange conversation, you're bound to get it. All right. But grass is normally green. It's funny. It's one of those grass is normally green except when it's not moments. Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, well, I gotta go underneath anyways. Interesting thought. Really, we had this conversation once, he and I, and it's kind of funny, but one could argue that we're not necessarily colorblind, provided that we have a consistency in our vision and differentiation. What I mean by that is that if you always see, even if you're sort of like, say a red-green colorblind or both or whatever, but as long as you consistently see a difference in the colors, so differentiation is really the key, then what a color is, whether it's green or blue or purple or anything else, is actually a learned behavior. We don't intrinsically, I mean inside, we don't know what green is until someone tells us this is green, or this is blue, or this is, you know, gray or whatever. And so as long as you consistently have the ability to see differences in color, then you're fine, because you can memorize whatever somebody tells you a particular color is, and then whatever it looks like to you is what it is. So the green I see may be different than the green you see, which could be different from, you know, the next person over. But as long as we keep seeing consistently and we see differences from other colors, then green is green. Right? So real color versus not real colors is still subjective. But colorblind is a weird test because sometimes when you see things like the dots in a pamphlet, when you see dots in some of those weird pamphlets that say, oh, you know, if you can't see these dots in here, you are red-green colorblind. And really what it means is not that you can't see one or the other, but that you can't differentiate between the two. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Is it alright if I call you Connor, or would you prefer to be NPC? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Being as we haven't met before, I'm curious, what was it about this channel that attracted your attention? I'm always trying to learn to see what works and what doesn't. Both. Okay. NPC Connor it is. I can handle that. So what we're up to today, for anybody who's just joined or just dropped in, as Connor has, we are working on a mob farm. Now, when I first built the mob farm, the key is... Actually, let me just back it off. I'm on a shape that's somewhat reminiscent of Shrewsbury, England. And so I decided that I wanted to do a semi-realistic build, which means then that things that aren't viable in our offline world just would not be visible in the in-game world. Now, there are exceptions to that because I have mobs, apparently below my base, but I have mobs walking around. There's actually an iron farm there, so that's actually standing in for a keep in a castle. Let's see, off to this west side, I've got 3 farms that are not Chunkaland, as you can see, but they are run by a villager inside, and then underneath there's mine carts and stuff, and then you've got usual mine cart melon farm. The numbers, okay, actually this is the sheep farm, just for curiosity's sake, and you can't see the cows because I'm too deep. The numbers are all related to the light level in here. So I tried to light up the caves as much as I could. Obviously I missed some spots because every once in a while I've got mobs that pop up or show up down below and they've fallen from somewhere. So I've missed a block somewhere. Probably, oh, there it is. It's probably over here. I'm going to get there is beyond me. I might end up just having to pillar up and plug those holes. But anyway, so the idea is I tried to light it up to force spawns to be mostly in the farm because it's not going to be lit up. But when I first built the farm, it only had the top 3 layers on it. And the catch tray was where my feet are now, and it was all wrong. So I'm changing it up. But the farm that I'm using is based off of a Nembon farm that I altered to have a drop chute because his didn't. So this is part of my existing old farm. And I can use it as is, and I might just put up with it as is. We'll see what the rates are like. The key is getting mobs in there. But the other option is I can dig down the full 22 or 24 through here, and just barely pops out the bottom down here. I was going to consider making it super tall and go all the way down to the bottom down there, but it's not just about the lighting up. You can see that just over yonder, I have some interesting stuff that I can get into. And there's also just too many mobs down here because I've lit up so far that it's concentrating them. And so going down there to let up further has a tendency to get me dead. And there's a lot of little random ledges, like this one weird block here. I don't know why it's like that, but yeah. So that's where we're at. Oops, wrong direction. That's where we're at. Now, technically I'm playing on a vanilla server, but I'm using a lot of quality of life mods. So to a good number of people, those would be quite cheaty. I don't see them as such, but I wouldn't blame anybody else who did see them as cheaty. Let's go this way. All right, so... Hey, Poodle Pirate, good to see you. Ooh, I don't recognize that one. Oh. I love that dog. That's awesome. I wasn't sure if that was one of the ones that was available to everybody or whether you had that custom made, but it looks really cool. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Poodle Pirate is one of the fine other server mates on this particular machine. Yes. Server. And so they are part of this fine community of Dadcraft73. You'll see it there on the left-hand side. just above my little mini map. If people have heard the name before, let's just do a quick. Do I have the who is for that one? I don't. Okay, so who is DC? Does this work? Aha. So Dadcraft73 is a YouTube content creator who's also fairly well known for his work on the Truly Bedrock server. And he, in turn, has 3 servers for his community, a Java one, a Bedrock one, and a modded Java. Like where it's actually modded on the server, we play mod packs and so on. I tend to stick to the Java only because I tend not to give myself enough time to actually get anything done in anything but Java. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's anything I don't have anything against the other styles. And I didn't bring enough signs. La la la. Okay. But I've got only a couple levels left. Hopefully this will fit. I may have to adjust if it doesn't quite. But instead of using what this thing says I should use... Oh. Wrong one. Instead of using the what am I thinking today? Instead of using the slab, there we go. Words are a thing. Instead of using the slab, I'm actually going with the signs because then that allows the water to be held up even though it spills over, so it doesn't pour down the side. And I find that seems to get the mobs off the edge a bit more effectively. Just minor experience with the first 3 levels we had was that some of the mobs managed to survive a little bit by getting just the bare edge of their legs on the edge of things. Sometimes it wasn't consistent. So most people would say, well, that makes no difference. Hey, if it works for me and it looks cool, then I'll go with it. It's that sort of like, you would think it would pour down on your head, but it doesn't. So yeah, that's the look. I'm a little short on signs though, so I'm gonna have to go back down to the bottom and make some more, I think. And I'm hoping I have enough wood to do it. Otherwise it'll be a trip back to the base, and I'm not really keen on doing that part right now because I'm so close. But I'm going to need at least a stack, I think, overall. I mean, at least to finish this level, I'll get the half stack, but yeah. I need, of all things, 6 more signs. That it? Pick up all my garbage? Okay. That'll do. Okay, so let's go down and make those few signs. On the bright side, I mean, those 3 platforms at the top that were performing really badly, they basically, I wanted the drop chute to guarantee the critter death at the bottom, but that meant that by the time I built from the top up, there's only room for 3 more platforms, and unfortunately, that's not enough. You know, as you had probably surmised. Oh. Let's just swap. No, that's not making any difference whatsoever. I need space. Space, please. Those. You know, really the only other option I have is dump some stuff in here. Let's put those back for now. Just for a minute or 2. Okay, signs need, I just need to make sure I do this right. Minimum of 1. Okay, so if I do 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's only going to get me 1 set. Well, it is what it is. Three signs. Useless and a half. Okay, do I have any extra wood kicking around? No. No. That's eggs. Speaking of eggs. Okay, I'm going to cancel that last... how do you call it? Prediction, because there was nothing in there. Yeah, definitely a good community at the Dadcraft team. For sure and for certain in the classic style. Well, 3 signs isn't going to do it, so I guess I have to go back. Usually I think, I've got everything! No. Okay, those can stack. I could probably... Project box. What do I have here? Project box. Sure. Project box. I'm gonna need that much. There. Space. Maybe. Alright. That'll get me far enough. I don't need the redstone anymore. Put that over here. Nope. There. Okay. So slipping up to the top. I can fly this, but part of the whole point of this project is to get more gunpowder to actually make more rockets, because I'm looking at my grand pile is only a stack and a half of rockets-ish. I think it might even be less than that now. So I'm just being careful. Hello? Can you maybe, like... Thank you? Open up. Oh, it's raining. What if the old man's snoring? Ooh. I missed the spot. There we go. But I use birch signs because there is a lot of birch in storage. And that once you hide them underwater, it makes 0 difference whatsoever. 16? No. I need 6 and 32. Okay. 16 groups of 3. Well, I probably don't need that much. 15. That's extra. By a good margin. Oh no, I actually have 2 levels of flooring. 2, 2. Yeah, that should do the trick. Okay. So, let's... put that in there, just in case. It goes over there. These can go up here. And down we go back down the hole. Now, one of the things I haven't done on this build is put in the water yet. So we're going to need to find some water. But I can always deal with that inside the cave. Come on, there we go. Down and up and down and up. Oops. I'm surprised when you, Poodle Pirate, when you tell me that your emote's not custom. I thought everything you had does custom these days. You're ahead of me by a serious margin. You know, I might be short 1 lonely stinking sign. And unfortunately, that's not tolerable. But I'll have to make it after. I'm not going to do it right now. Which way did I put that sign? This way? Okay. Yeah, I know there's a bunch of free ones, and some of mine are the freebies as well. My excuse was I had to, what's the word? Find myself, I guess. Figure out who I was as a streamer, etc. Truth was, it was also that my daughter said, I want to draw all your emotes, and then went and got busy with life. And yeah. Yeah, it did work. I'm not short the 1 sign. Weird. I thought I was short 6, but apparently not. Cool. Glad to hear it. Okay, 80. Off the easy mode. Place, and let's go this way. On. Come on. Oh. Of course, it can't place what you don't have in your inventory. And you and I both saw where I put that. In the ender chest down at the bottom. I might as well build the rest of this. And then, oops. And then go get the pieces that I left behind. At least I didn't leave them upstairs in the base. That would be a pain in the butt. Pain in the backside. Pizza! Right? A Dadcraft's community is actually kind of an interesting one because, first off, it's a very cool community to be a part of. I really like his work and I like the people that are in it. But also, it actually spawned quite an interesting size streamer community out of that. I'm not sure if that's has happened to all that many other streamers. I haven't really looked into it to find out, but it does amuse me quite a lot. And oops, I didn't get them all. But on the other hand, there's also it's been asked once or twice, do I have to stream? Well, no. To be part of Dadcraft's community does not require that one is a streamer. We're not a content creator only community. We follow a content creator and that's about it. But it's funny to me that that's come up with so many streamers. I mean, my reason for streaming actually was because I had pretty much spent a year and a bit doing it. I know it sounds funny, but we've heard this story before, so I mean, it's old and I apologize for rehashing it for those that have heard it a million times. But outside of streaming in Minecraft, I am a scout leader for Canadian Scouts, like youth. The 8 to 10-year-old set and the 11 to 14-year-old set. Now, at the time, both my kids were in the 8 to 10. Actually, one was in the younger set than that, the 5 to 7. And we, for COVID purposes, went online to Zoom. So I was leading Zoom meetings for youth for quite some time. So you can imagine that sometimes when you're thinking of streaming, it's not all that different. I mean, the idea of keeping people focused, keeping chattering, keeping going, trying to find something. I mean, for youth, it has to be new and topical every time. Thankfully for gaming, it doesn't have to be either. But it's new because you're doing it. And if you're chatting about what you're doing, then it's topical by default. But one day, Fantastic Sherlock Fox said, you've been talking about it, you've been curious about it, you've got all the equipment to do it because you've been using these pieces for doing Zoom meetings with the youth for the last year and a half or whatever. That just give it a go. And as many streamers, as many content creators and streamers say, turn it on and go. Just do it. So I just did it. And here we are. And weirdly, I think this is going to line up nicely. Which means after I get the last two pieces put in, we need to find the water so that we can start loading this thing up. Yeah, so one would think that if I had already streamed that it would be easy. I would actually say it's harder. I think it's harder because my bar for what I considered success was far different than the youth, or than having youth involved. Because when you get youth involved, did they pay attention to you that week? Good, score. Right? When it's adults, fiddle. Yeah, when it's adults, it's a much bigger deal to actually have something of substance. Oh, come on. Done it successfully this far. Come on. Let me get the... There we go. And this one. Try again. All right. So the pain in the neck part of this has quote-unquote just begun. But on the bright side, I know that this one has water in it. I need a couple more buckets of water. Let's see where. Awesome. There's a bit there. More over there. Okay. And I need to deal with some of that weird corner up top, as it is. Let's deal with that first, because that keeps causing me headaches. Is this the corner I needed? Nope, that's not the one. Oh, it is. It is. So, mobs. Up over there. Oops. Why am I doing this wrong? Parkour. My way up here. Something come down on my head. Isn't that how it goes? Gets up there. It's up there. Just plug it. Okay, let's take a quick look while I'm around here. Not going through things. I think that's where those were coming from. I hope that's where those were coming from. I mean, they could be coming from way back there. Possible. Unlikely, but possible. All right, let's go down. So that's part of it. Now, what was I looking for? I was looking for water. And you know what? Water would be super helpful if you actually have buckets with you. Which means I, unfortunately, need to spend the rockets to get back over there. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Oops. Not quite what I meant to do. There we go. No. No. Yes. Let's see. Throw that in the corner. I need the glass later. Let's put it over here. How many slots do I have? Okay. Wrong one. This, that. Let's keep those. That'll work. Okay. We've got 9. I can't count. 9. That's it. 8. 24. 16 3 is 19, so we have plenty of space. Okay. Which means that I can just go over to the one that looks like an infinite water source and fill her up. And if it's not an infinite water source, I can make it such. Oh, this'll do. All right. That should be far more than I need. I will have to put campfires down before I get too far. But at least I can fill up the other items on the way. And then I can fill the holes from these. That one's done. Yeah. Oops, I need this one. Put it centered because there's no reason other than just because. Okay, so I missed one of those too. Great. No, not that. This is where it doesn't pay to get cocky. So I need to get an observer and a bunch of stone slabs. Pardon me, and that should do the trick for all the way down. Let's go and see. Start at the top to get rid of the holes with the slabs. Just double check these while we're at it. 1, 2, yep. We're good. Go. Okay, that should hopefully do the trick. Which means now I can clean up this mess. Oh, actually, not true yet. Said I needed campfires, didn't I? Yeah. Where did I put them? There we go. Hello, bat. No, I do not want to take your head off. If you want to try and path through things, that's up to you. It's not my problem. we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Reach it. Really? Oh, come on. I like the way it looks when they're all going the same way. Hey! I would say touche. Pretty soon I won't be the one lighting the fires. Our son goes to outdoor school. There we go. Now the reason that, for those of you that are unfamiliar with these types of builds, most of you probably will have figured it out though, that the reason these are solo campfires is that the solo campfires do twice the amount of damage to mobs compared to the not solo campfires. Okay, I have this weird feeling that something's going to go wrong if I pick everything up. Just double check, pick, select touch. Okay, well, there we go. 2, 3. And let's put the project boxes away. And of course I should have put the expensive parts in there, but that's okay. You know, that would be sensible. Right. Right then. Oops. Okay, this one. I'm gonna have to fly out of here. Ooey, I hate that. That's okay. Where is... Oh, smart. SMRT. And we're coming down from the top here, and I've got my chests over there. Oh well, you know. That's one of those is it worth fixing? Probably. Elements. Four box. Oh, not that. Project box. One. Okay, we've got 8, so we're good. So that full row has to go this way, and this whole half has to switch. Unless... What have I done? 1, 2. Oh, it's only... Okay. That's not quite the way it works. So that one. One. Be careful not to over chop. 2. Where's the ladder? Right in the middle, so probably over here. 3, 4. These two have to change direction. Take your time. Take all the time you need, Poodle. No problem. I appreciate the courtesy. Thank you very much. Because not everybody would tell me that they're headed off somewhere for a second or two, or however long it takes. Okay, so I went this way. To reach everything. This side has to turn everybody around from the middle forward. So 1, 2. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud and it's not necessarily making a whole lot of sense to anybody. This one. And this one have to turn that way. But that way meaning forwards. This one has to go to the center. This one has to go to the center. Center. What I'm going to do is represent. Probably easier. Let's just do this. 1, 2. 3, 4. That'll go into the chest, and then everything else has to focus into those. Where the key is here. Got this one, and that one. And these two that are facing backwards. This one, and this one, and these two. This one, come on. And this one. 1. Oh. Not quite what I meant. 2, 3, 4. That's centered, centered. Everybody's coming to the center except these two. This one. Welcome back. That was quick. Quite the quick trip. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why is that one? Oh, everybody's going to the center. Okay. See what I was trying to do there. It's like, what? As long as it gets over there. I just want to make sure I don't have one that's going to point the wrong direction. Point towards those two, point towards those two. Those two. This one has to go forward, and then those two. So this one can go that way. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that will do the trick. I think. You know, I remember those days. The whole dog business. I miss my dog quite a lot, but there are some things about having a dog I don't miss, and that was one of them. 1. Oops. Don't fall. Len's a wimp. There we go. Okay, so let's make sure that works right. So those two point into it. This lantern comes off the bottom. That should be enough. I can dig out this.
Hello?
Hello? Hello, Bailey Games. Good to meet you. Welcome on in. Welcome, welcome. My name is Dylan Russell, and what you're seeing here is me derping around, putting together what hopefully will be the tail end of a mob farm, a fairly basic mob farm. Okay, I can let's put these in there. And this one in here. Great. Gave me a split heart attack for a second when I saw the particles come off. It's like, I just replaced that, but no. Thankfully, it didn't destroy itself. So I don't believe we've met. Always good to meet new people. I enjoy it quite a lot. And I'm just curious what it was that attracted you to this channel. I am really glad to have anybody who wants to come and see. Derp City as it may be. There, I can reach it. Perfect. Awesome. So in theory, I should be able to just turn it on. That should, cross my fingers, do the trick. Actually, how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Well, cool. I'm glad to hear it. What I do on this channel... Well, thank you. What I do on this channel is I'm playing some basic Minecraft on Dadcraft73's Java server. And that probably should have been glass, actually. Because glass I won't fall through, but it's far less likely to be mobbed. Mobbed? Yeah, that's the thing. That's the word. So anyways, finishing up on this one. Now, I'm working on a base that this season is themed after the, the medieval Shrewsbury fake monk, as in fictional monk, Brother Cadfael. So Shrewsbury's a real place. The medieval period, of course, was a real thing, but some of the names used from that period are real, and the location is real. The resulting effect is that if I wanted to have any semblance of sort of pseudo-reality to my playing, or to my base this season, then the requirement became that I put things like mob farms in places that won't be visible, won't be seen. So the blocks are numbered underneath me, pardon me, because I'm using Mini HUD to show me the light level. So if you take a look at under the mini map, I don't know if you can see that on the left-hand side there, but block light level would be a 10 because I'm standing on a block 10, right? If I run over to, let's say, let's go somewhere towards the dark here. So this is like a 2, and you'll see on the left side there, it says block light 2. So basically it's the block light level that you're seeing on these various pieces to show if I've got it spawn proofed, more or less. It seems to be less than more, but yeah, it does the trick. And the idea, or the reason, oh wow, I've got torches galore over here. I must have got scared of something. No, that was an accident. Yeah, no, that'll do. So the idea is that I had to hide the farm underground. And things didn't go necessarily quite as planned when I built it, but you know, things never really do they? And I just realized, for the umpteenth time, I've left my ladders in the box, rather than actually having them with me. Yeah. So I've got it all lit up, hoping that will keep the mobs off my tail. And I think this is right. I'm trying to line this up to see if I can get the ladders to line up from below here. It would save me a lot of effort. And I should have actually laddered on the way up. That would be sensible. Woohoo! Well, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Yay! 10 minutes? Okay, thank you for the warning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. I appreciate that. And this one. So if I do this, can I poke through here without causing problems to the farm? Answer, no. That's not good. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Come on. Can I? Oh, that would explain a lot. Come here. I need up. There. This is not going to work too well because I had put... I had put the glass edge around because this is going to be a source block of water. Not so effective if I'm trying to come up that hole. Okay, well, plan B. Let's try, oops, and come up somewhere else. How about here? Basically, all I want to be able to do is get down from the top in a more or less swift motion to go and check out what's at the farm there. One extra just in case. There we go, that's better. Alright, now I can put in the water. I hope. Oh, haha, there's a hole in the bottom. That would not go too well. There's a hole in the bottom of the farm. There's a hole in the bottom of the farm. Okay. Alright. Let's do the far corners first. And I think if I do this right, it should, in theory, take care of itself the whole way around. At least not all the way, but some of it. Okay, there's one here, and one there. Nope. So it didn't make itself a thingamajigger. All right, good to know. Then I'm going to put some extras down here and see if we can get this to roll. This one. Okay. This is going to be interesting because I've now discovered then that it means I don't have enough buckets of water. I mean, obviously I can go and refill, but I won't be able to get all the way around in one sweep, which is too bad. Gotten far enough to make it dark, though. That's a start. And it's creepy because it looks like I've got all the water falling through. I'm using FreeCam as well as one of... So I have a bunch of quality of life mods going on here. And it looks like... Oh, good. The water is stopping where I wanted it to. Excellent. Okay. So now... Where did I... Oh, there's the ladder. A little bit of rinse and repeat, unfortunately. On the bright side, though, where I've got a tickly hair hanging off somewhere and it's getting my attention. On the bright side, though, I can get myself a infinite source of water right here. Yeah, that'll work. Not funny, Poodle. No, thankfully. That's part of why I was wiping my elbow. I probably would have had a shriek online if that had been the case. I'm not a spider person. Not in the remotest sense of the word. Okay. I was just about to say, how did I end up with fewer buckets? But of course, I know exactly how I ended up with fewer buckets because I put some of them inside, as I should, in the dispensers. Yeah. Yeah, I've got long hair. Actually, it's funny because I grew it out and I thought, okay, you know, someday it'll get too long and be annoying and whatever. It hasn't gotten to the annoying point yet, but it is sort of funny because some days I will actually be doing stuff in the house and lean on it with my own arm, you know, or my whole fist, and it pulls and it's like, ow, how did I manage that? Well, I guess it's finally reached that length. Okay, where did I go? I got over there. Now, clearly, this is not going to be as effective for a farm spawn-wise as it would be if I had done a farm up top where it's surrounded by air. But not my thing, I'm afraid. As I said, it would have to float, and it would have to be pretty high up, which is great, but when doing base tours at the end of the season, there's a very common and good reason to be doing base tours via flying in the Elytra. Sometimes it's creative flight, depending on... Oops, not that. Depending on what's going on with the tour. So having things even way up high, where they're not problematic, it still would, affect everybody, affect everything. You'd still see it, and so the image would be lost. What am I doing? Why can't I get down? There we go. Okay, and can I get... Whoa, wrong ladder. Ow! Okay, or not. Can you chop ladders off the side of your ladder? Oh, that's a no. I'm picky. There we go. Alright. Get these 13 again. Dylan, don't be silly. And a nibble for good measure, right? One and two. Leave these through for the end. Work our way back the other direction. For some reason, I've got a keyboard that I've had for months, but I keep sliding on where I put my fingers. The previous one had like diamond plate style texture to the numbers and letters. It didn't help a whole lot, so I didn't think I'd miss it. Unfortunately, I'm one of those odd people who has, I don't know, something about my finger oils just eat through the keyboard, like eat through the keys. So unfortunately, I was unable to keep using the same low profile keys I had for a while. I actually wore right through the paint on it. Yeah, it was crazy. So we ended up having to buy a new keyboard that would take what's called double shot keys, so they're molded keys. And the molded keys, the molded keys work fairly well because I can't wear through them. Like they're actually, the lettering is molded right into it. It's still translucent, so I still get my rainbow lights through the bottom of it, but it's a lot easier to deal with the oils and such. So today, aside from my keyboard looking a little like actual greasy scuzzy, I don't have any wear and tear appearing on the keys, which is fantastic in my books. It was kind of expensive, though, so I don't recommend going that route. I mean, I really liked the low-profile keyboard, and you could remove the keys, like the keys, and replace them, but they just were not compatible with the double-shot molded ones. Ooh, ooh. Nope, don't scroll me that way. I don't need that guy. Because he could blow up my project. And me along with it. Even though technically he's kind of what I'm looking for, in a weird way. Okay, now the next question is, where did he come from? He's going to mess with my farm. Oh. Okay, well, whatever. That was perfect timing, though, I'll give you that. Ah! Dude! Seriously, where are you monsters coming from? There's obviously something that's not lit up very well down there. That was really dumb on my part. Okay. So let's... Yeah, I don't know where those guys are coming from. I'll have to check that out after. I was mentioning to someone earlier today that that sometimes, even if I had sneaky pants, I don't think I'd go faster. That's the any armor with swift sneak on it. Really? One. Okay. So how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 more, and that's it. And truthfully, I might even be able to leave that torch there. Okay, where is that? Okay, so they're dropping down from somewhere because I'm hearing the drop. But where are they coming from in the first place? What did I miss? Huh. I'm not seeing where those guys came from. Maybe over here? Maybe? That's pretty far away, though. Maybe over there? Still pretty far away. Like, I know... Huh. Okay, well... Generally, I don't need to be down here, like, at all. I can just AFK by standing literally above. So it's not a big deal. I'm just coming down for stuff, but... it's more of a point of pride. No, anyway. That's okay. Can I do this without falling off the ladder for the umpteenth time? Yes. Okay. What did I say? 4? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, and 4. That looks like it's got everything, I think. Through my head, get down. I'm seeing this, but that shouldn't be enough to spawn anything because there's water on it. Okay, what's down here? No leaks? No leaks? I mean, drips, yeah, sure, but no actual leaks? No, we're good. Alright. So then I should be able to go up top and just turn it on. Fire still? Whoa, that plunged me into dark pretty good. Okay, let's get me out of here just in case something does show up that can shoot me. So this light cannot stay. It's gotta go. Why is there light over there? And why is that rolling unevenly? Huh? The heck? Not to mention it should be stopping by now. What's going on up here? Okay, so that... okay. First off, let's put a torch there. Let's torch this all up. So that bottom level is not a problem. So it didn't spread because I had a hole in that one. That should have been closed, but I didn't close it. Dummy. Oops. That's what I do. That'll work. One more. If I plug that hole, it should spread better, right? Can anybody tell me why that is? What did I do differently? That's really weird. And now it spreads the way it should. Who knows? Up top, I think I know what the problem is up there. Come on, I know I'm 10 minutes over. I'd love to have a score, like of actually getting this thing finished. Oops, too high. If I put this platform a little wider, I'll be able to see it from up top. Because I'm coming up. Okay, so this one. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yes, I know. And turn it on again. Perfect. We're gonna do this one more time. Turn it off. Go. I can do this. Okay, that should subtract all the way. Perfect. That's turning it off. Okay, great. Oh, whoops. Huh. I can clip through the block and it's still working. Okay, perfect. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, actually. I am indeed. So tomorrow will be similar time slot. I will be doing, actually, let me back up one question. Bailey, what's the best time zone for you to get the information in? Do you prefer to hear it in, like Eastern or Central, or what works for you? Because I can easily give you those values. So if you're calculating off Eastern time in the US, then I stream at noon Eastern, as well as 7 p.m. Eastern on both those days. So on Wednesdays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then on Thursday it's just the noon Eastern slot. Now, usually the evening slots are usually pretty tight to 2 hours, except apparently today it wasn't. No, it's one of those. It is, except when it's not. And then, aside from that, we have Thursdays. I can go a little long. A lot of it depends on what my mods' meetings of the day are like. Central, yeah. So we're just 1 hour offset from that. I'm in Mountain myself. That's part of why I asked the question. There we go. So it's turning itself off and on as I like. I don't know if it's going to have mobs, but hey. That's what it is what it is. Okay, actually, can I go and get the last of the bits out of there? And did I leave any boxes? No, I don't think I left any boxes. And at least down here I'm not shootable right now. My concern is when those crazy mobs come off the side. I don't know where they were coming from. That I could get some surprises. But let's hope that's not the case. There we go. So things are making it down the drop hole, just we have no mobs. That's okay. I don't expect a whole lot out of this one. I knew that by putting it underground, I was risking not getting much of anything for mobs. Hey, I got nearly a stack of gunpowder from the earlier attempts of this farm, so when there was only 3 platforms, so I figured, hey, if I've got more, great. Yeah, so I'll be back on tomorrow. So I'd stream Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. However, there are exceptions to that. The Dadcraft 73 community, approximately once a month, does a, what do you call it? A stream weekend, I guess is probably the best way of putting it. But it's not from just one server, it's from both. Like, usually it's both of his vanilla servers. And so Stream Weekend this month is coming up on April 22nd and 23rd. I will be a part of it on the 23rd, but not the 22nd. So, yeah. And usually I'll do 2 slots, as in like one each of the days, but this time I'm away camping with the scouts. So that prevents me from doing it in both days. Okay, is this farm loading? Let's turn off the HUD. Okay, they're loading, but it might be busted, so I'll just have to wait and see. Looks like the minecarts are running. Ooh, and I dodged a few little pillagers. Excellent. Alright, so I'm hanging out here. Oops, that's not what I want. I want this one. There we go. So I want to say thank you to everybody who came in. Thank you very much to the new folks, for Bailey Games and NPC Connor for the follows. I really do appreciate it. Want to say thank you to everybody that came through. It is a Tuesday, so we're going to head over to another one of the Dadcraft73 stream family, and we're going to go and see if Stormy is live. Huge Stormy L. I definitely do recommend her work. Very fantastic lady. Engaging, interesting. Often has a somewhat acerbic sidekick, but very a fun person to be around. So it looks like she is streaming, and can't remember whether it was Connor or Bailey, but one of the two of you had said, or had pointed out that you prefer Bedrock when you can. It might even have been something we had earlier on in the stream. But she's playing on Bedrock, Dadcraft73's Bedrock server. We nicknamed it Dadrock. And hopefully it'll be something interesting. It looks like she's working on a castle. So we are going to head on over there and see if we can... Oops, wrong button. I have like cheaty buttons on my stream deck, and sometimes I hit the wrong one. There we go. This one. And there we go. So I just want to managed. Excellent. So if anyone has any feedback that they want to put in, tips, tricks, commentary, you can always hit up the Discord. Feel free to grab one of the raid emotes sets. The raid pickaxe is probably the best bet for everybody, unless you happen to be a subscriber. And you can see that we've got on screen there some of our great people that have showed up this evening, from Scrublord and Poodle and Benson and Fantastic Shock Fox, as well as we had Breakcross, NPC Connor, and Bailey Games. And I wanted to say thank you very, very much. If you just hung out for the evening, thank you to you as well. And I will see you guys tomorrow with, hopefully, a new project. We're probably going to be building a classic barn for cows. So have yourselves a fantastic evening. I will see you on the stormy side. Goodbye for now.
Transfer complete.